Hello everyone, very good morning. As we promised for this poem, went to the sessions of sweet silent thought written by William Shakespeare for its explanation and meaning. Yesterday we tried to know about the poet as well as about the gist of the poem, what the poem is actually about. We also discussed about the structure or the form of the poem, that is a sonnet. What is a sonnet? What is the form of the sonnet? Types of sonnets, and the rhyme scheme of the sonnet. So, let's just remind you what is the theme or what is the poem about. This poem about. So, this poem is about that the poet is grieved, is sorrowful, remembering the past, past friends, past things, past activities, whatever happened and he did in the past. And therefore, remembering the past, he becomes sad. This is the idea. This is the thought which is in the beginning two stanzas. And then in the last six lines, that is in the stanza number 3 and in the couplet, the poet resolves this grief, this problem of his remembrance, of his pain and sorrow. That is, he is overcome by all these sorrows when he remembers his friend. His friend who is also no more there, who is also dead. But when he recollects about him, he forgets every sufferings and sorrows of which he was filled with because of the past memories. So this is the basic idea behind this poem. Now let's go with the lines. We have the first four lines here. Let me recite them. When to the sessions of sweet silent thought, I summon up remembrance of things past. I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought, and with the old woes new wail, my dear time's waste. So this is the first quatrain or first stanza of the poem. If I go for the rhyme scheme so that you can understand it better, as we explained yesterday, you see the last word of the first line, that is speak it thought, thought, and then speak the last word of the third line, that is sought. So we have here the similarity of the sound, similarity of the sound. So the line 1 is rhyming with the line third or 3. Then you see the second line, things past, and then the last line, times waste. In fact, it is not spoken as past, it is past, then it is waste. So here we have again the rhyme. Second line is rhyming with the fourth line. So this is the rhyming scheme, and we put this rhyming scheme in this way: A, that is thought, first line, second line B, then again A because it is rhyming with the first line, and then B because it is rhyming with the second line. So A B A B. And in the next stanza we will do C D C D. In the third stanza we will do E F E F, and the last quatrain will be G G. Okay. Now come with the lines. Sweet silent thought. It means the meditation. It means thinking. It means pensive state when you meditate, when you remember something seriously. So, sweet silent thought. Thought which are the meditation, which is silent, pensive, serious, sweet, it is also sweet. So, when we remember anything that took place in our past, it gives us pleasure as well. Not only the grief, not only the pain, but it is sweet. So sometimes we also say, when you are in a pensive mood, when you are in tension, please recollect your past good time. जो अच्छा समय था, कोई अच्छी बात थी, कोई अच्छी फ़ोटो है, उसको आप अपनी जो पास्ट की है उसको आप अगर देखेंगे प्रेजेंट में, दैट विल गिव यू द रिलैक्स, दैट विल प्लीज यू in your the tension mood. So when to the sessions here, actually we have here the imagery of the court or council. अपन कहते हैं ना सेशन स्टार्ट हो गया, सेशन कोर्ट के सेशंस को ज़्यादा कहा जाता था, अब तो अपन स्कूल कॉलेज के जो अपना सत्र होता है उसको भी अपन सेशन कहते हैं. तो when to the session, so when there is the beginning of the meditation of the sweet silent thought. So whenever the poet remembers, when the poet thinks about his past, he says, I summon up remembrance of things past. That is, I call in my memory all those things of past. I begin to remember the things of my past when I am in some kind of pensive mood or when I am in meditation. So here we have the sessions and summon. These are the legal vocabulary or the vocabulary regarding to the courts. I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought. So here I sigh a lack. So the poet desires, lingers, the lack of many things, lack of absence of many things that he sought, that he had in the past, that he possessed. जो चीज़ें उसके पास पास्ट में थी वो चीज़ें अब नहीं हैं, उनके बारे में याद करके जो पोइट है वो उनको प्राप्त करने की डिज़ायर रखता है, कोशिश करता है कि वो काश वो चीज़ें आज होती. एंड विद ओल्ड वूज न्यू वेल माई डियर टाइम्स वे. ओल्ड वूज, ओल्ड सोरोज, न्यू वेल्स, दैट इज mourning for them. He is mourning, he is weeping for them because it is destroyed by the time. So the past good things, many things of his past have been destroyed by the time. So the here poet referring to his friend himself, that is his friend was destroyed by the time killed. It was death that killed him. So when recollecting about the past, he becomes very pensive, thoughtful, and he desires He wants that all those past things should be again with him. So here he reflects on the past memories in silence, in seriousness, and he laments many things which he wished but he could not get. He wished, we also wish so many things, but we couldn't get them. So we want them. We have a desire to have them even now today. So as we know that all our wishes are never fulfilled, and we don't get all that we desire to achieve. So it's very difficult to get everything that we desire. It's very difficult that all our wishes should be fulfilled. सभी इच्छाएं पूरी नहीं हो सकती. तो पोइट उन सब इच्छाओं के बारे में जो पूरी नहीं हुई, जो पास्ट में चली गई, उनके बारे में याद करके फिर से दुखी होता है. So when we remind or think of such things, we are full of sorrow. So in the same way, the poet is full of sorrow while remembering the past things which could not be fulfilled, past desires and wishes which could not be fulfilled. So remembering them, he becomes sad. So he regrets that he did not achieve many things he tried to get. Although he tried to get so many things, but he couldn't get. And with these old regrets, he now grieves over having wasted his precious time. अब जो चीज़ें नहीं मिल सकी उनके ऊपर विलाप करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. उससे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हमारे समय को खराब कर रहे हैं. और पोइट ने भी ऐसा ही किया कि द पोइट ऑल्सो वेस्टेड हिज वैल्यूएबल टाइम just by overthinking about the things which he could not achieve in the past. So the past memories are making him sad, and in this way he says that he has wasted a lot of time just pondering over the past. Okay? So this is the explanation of these lines. As I told you, here we have the court imagery in the first two lines, the word summons and sessions. These two words relates to the court. And we have also the use of alliteration. Alliteration means the repetition of sound, which enhance texture and rhythm of the sonnet, like sessions, sweet, say sound, silence, summon, remembrance. So here say sound is repeated. There is the alliteration of say sound. So this creates a kind of rhythm as well as enhance the texture. Okay. Now come the second stanza. Then can I drown an eye, unused to flow, for precious friends, hid in death's dateless night, and weep afresh, love's long since cancelled woo, and mourn the expense of many a vanished sight. So night, sight, flow, wo. Rhyme. Not the rhyme. So then can I drown an eye? Drown an eye means then can I weep? If I weep, if I can weep. Unused to flow, though it's very difficult for him to weep. He used to, not to weeping, but now he can weep. Then can I drown an eye unused to flow? He could weep for precious friends. So he can now weep for his precious friend, dear friend, hid in death's deathless night, who has hidden in death's dateless, unending night. It means, who is dead? Who can come no back to life? He is permanently no more. He is hidden in death's dateless night. Death, dateless. See, dateless means which does not have date. That is everlasting, unending. Darkness, darkness of death. Death is symbolized as dark, dark, बिल्कुल अंधेरा. और वो भी अंधेरा जो अनएंडिंग है, जिसका कोई अंत नहीं है. उस अंधेरे में उसका मित्र जा चुका है, माने मर चुका है. So he says that now he can remember him, now he can weep for him, for his friend who died, because the death's close could not escape, could not leave him. And weep afresh love's long since cancelled woe. And weep afresh means again. Afresh means then he can also weep again. Love's long for love, for his love. Long, for a long time. Since cancelled woe. Since the misery was put behind. And mourn the expense of many vanished times. And he can now mourn at the expense of many a vanished sight, at the losses of vanished means escaped, sight means sight of friends. तो जितने भी उसने मित्र खोए हैं उन सब के ऊपर वो जो है कि अब इस समय विलाप कर सकता है, बिकॉज नाउ ही इज इन ए पेंसिव मूड इन मेडिटेशन ऑफ past recollections and he is remembering them. So see the explanation of these lines. In the second quatrain of this sonnet, the poet says that although he has stopped to weep, but now he can cry again. कि हालांकि उसने अब रोना विलाप करना बंद कर दिया, लेकिन फिर भी वो क्राई कर सकता है. Over the dear friends who have died, over the dear friends, over the dear things of the past which are no more there. He can also weep or cry again over the former loves, past love. जो उसका जो लव था जो खत्म हो चुका है उसके ऊपर भी अब वो चिल्ला सकता है. Which was put behind him long ago, जिसने कि उसको बहुत पीछे डाल दिया. इसका मतलब है कि he also could not succeed in love affairs, and due to love he was also put behind, a long time behind. That is, he can weep over the pain of many faded memories. Meaning is that so many faded, जो disappeared memories हैं, गायब हो गई हैं, उनके ऊपर, उनके कष्ट के ऊपर वो अब पुनः he can weep over the pain of many faded memories. जो memories अब हैं ही नहीं, उनके ऊपर वो जो है कि पुनः यानी again he can weep. And in this way he can remind his old friend. He can now weep over the death of his old friend. So he says that tears come into his eyes whenever he remembers his friend. He thinks about his friend. Tears come down into his eyes. And his friend who died untimely, he was untimely eaten by the death. असामयिक माने बिना समय के उसकी मौत हो गई थी. तो उसके ऊपर वो कह रहा है कि when he remembers him, his tears runs down into his eyes. Therefore the poet sighs, mourns for all those losses he suffered in the past. तो जो भी losses उसको past में उन सब के ऊपर अब वो जो poet है उनको याद कर करके अगेन विलाप कर रहा है। ऑल्दो ही यूज नॉट टू वीप, हालांकि उसने बंद कर दिया था, ही स्टॉप्ड वीपिंग, लेकिन अगेन ही कैन वीप और क्राई ओवर द थिंग्स ऑफ द पास्ट विच he lost. So this is what we have the meaning of these lines, and in these lines we have alliteration, that is in this line, friends, hid, in death, dateless night. So D sound is repeated. Friend, D, hid, D, de sound, not D, de sound. Death, de sound, dateless, de sound. So de sound is here repeated, it is the alliteration. Okay, and in another line we have love's long. So le sound, la, long. That is also alliterated or repeated, which creates the rhythm and music in the poetry. Dear friends, we will do only the two stanzas now of this poem. The remaining, the two stanzas or the 6 lines of this poem, we will do in our next video or lecture. Thank you very much. See you. All this.
हमारे हाथ में नहीं होता, जो मेरिट में बच्चे होते हैं उनको ज्योग्राफी और ऊपर के सब्जेक्ट, और ये तीनों सब्जेक्ट भी अच्छे हैं। आप कौन से सर से मिलो, एक 4 साल है वो वाला।
हाँ जी सर, नमस्कार। नमस्कार हंसराज जी, नमस्कार। क्या
ये भी एक अलग ही काम है, गवर्नमेंट के पास प्रयोग कर लिया इन्होंने। बिना मैन फोर्स के, बिना ऑफिस सिस्टम के ये चला सकते हैं सिस्टम को।
ये तो है ही, चल ही रहा है ना, सारा चल ही रहा है।
इंडिया में विश्व की सबसे बड़ी रेल संचालन
चल रहा है सब।
तो क्यों नहीं सरकार
बिना रेल के चल रहा है कि नहीं? देख
क्यों नहीं सरकार से क्या
मतलब
पैसे खर्च
अजी तो रेल में कितना रेवेन्यू आता है, सारा खत्म हो गया, सरकार पंगु हो गई। रेल के बिना कुछ नहीं है सर, रेवेन्यू आधा रेवेन्यू तो रेल का ही है।
चल रहा है फिर भी देश,
अब देश तो चल रहा है, लेकिन सर सरकारें डूब जाए।
कुछ नहीं, सरकारें क्या है, अंत देख लेना, आने वाले सारे नौकरियां सब खत्म, कॉलेज स्कूल बंद, और सारा गवर्नमेंट के जितने भी सेक्टर
नहीं, गवर्नमेंट ये कहेगी ना कि भाई जो जितने लेक्चर डालेगा, जिसका बढ़िया होगा सेलेक्ट किया जाएगा, पेमेंट कर दिया जाएगा। हाँ भाई ये ले लो, और जिसका बढ़िया होगा उसको दे देंगे, सेलेक्ट करके पेमेंट हो जाएगा, बाकी बेटर होगा। सर एक बार फर्स्ट ईयर की एक लिस्ट में एक दीप्ति पारी के सब्जेक्ट बताना क्या क्या है। वो एक बच्ची का फ़ोन आ रहा है, मेरे नंबर इसमें से ले लिए उसने व्हाट्सएप से। वो कह रही मैंने सब्जेक्ट भरे नहीं थे उस समय। हाँ, हिस्ट्री, सोशियोलॉजी, होम साइंस। इसके सब्जेक्ट थे हिंदी, ज्योग्राफी और हिस्ट्री।
सही नहीं कि आप एक लड़की है 77% की, उसने मांगा था पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक्स होगा फर्स्ट चॉइस, उसको देते हैं हिंदी पॉलिटिकल।
नहीं, ये तो फिर गड़बड़ हो गया।
मोटरसाइकिल चला के दे।
हाँ तो फिर तो उसको मिलनी चाहिए थी।
इसको तो मिला
नहीं,
नहीं।
उसको देख लो, मैं खड़ी बैठी हुई
ये
मेरी भतीजी पड़ रही है, उसको क्या दे दिया आप लोगों ने?
राजमान दिया है। ये सब सब स्टॉप है।
और जो इकोनॉमिक्स ले रहे हो उसको तो दो।
कुसुम चौहान, मदन चौहान। हाँ, सुरेश कुमार नगर।
तो इनकी एप्लीकेशन चेंज वाली तो बाद में मांगेंगे ना सर, अपन या अभी थोड़ी मांग रहे हैं।
तो आगे भी हम का सेशन खर्चा लो हिंदी कोर्ट की जरूरत है।
चलो ठीक
नहीं सेशन तो नवंबर से चलेगा।
स्कूल खुल गया ना, नहीं था स्कूल नहीं।
खुल रही है।
तो आप कॉलेज वाले को हालत नहीं।
पक्का है कॉलेज के लिए तो एक लाइन का ऑर्डर है। स्कूल खुलते ही ना, अगर 10th 12th आ रही है तो कॉलेज तो अपने आप ही आ गई।
हाँ आए तो फिर
कॉलेज वाले तैयार हैं सब। और बुलाओ, मैं तो ये कहता हूँ आने दो। यार ये हंसराज जी थक गए वीडियो बनाते बनाते, सही बता रहा
तो
हूँ।
करे अपने आप को पढ़ना है।
ये संख्या के चक्कर में अपन परेशान हो रहे हैं, कोई मतलब नहीं। और कम से कम बच्चों से एक इंटरेक्शन भी होगा, है ना, जैसा भी हल्का फुल्का जो है उनको एक मौखिक ज्ञान मिलेगा।
कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं, अपने तो